What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of the Multiverse. I'm Bad Ty Bricks here with Holly Noon and Mini Baby Grogu. What's up, guys? I know y'all probably looking at me like, why has he got the mask on? Because I am channeling my ninja style
Okay.
stuff today.
Okay.
So we're gonna just let that go over y'all's heads. But hey Holly, how was your weekend? How do you feel about today? Just let us know. The people miss you.
Um, yeah. I had a good weekend. It was Mother's Day, so I enjoyed myself. I went to Miami for a little bit and then went north to Boca Raton and watched Doctor Strange. And it was like a girl date, like a girl date. It was like me, my friend, her nieces, my daughters.
Hey,
So we were like rolling 6 feet to the movie theaters. So it was a good
hey,
day. Good
that's how you
weekend.
roll. That's how you roll. Minnie, did you do a boys date? What's going on? What's up, man?
Yeah, no, I had a good weekend, man. I didn't do a boys' date, and I didn't have In Vogue with me like Holly Noon. I just went by myself and watched it. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. I loved it. But I had a good weekend, man. It was Mother's Day, and it was great. My mom was in Puerto Rico, and I was here. That's fine. Shout out to my mom. Hope you get back well and all that.
Well, that's good to hear, man. And shout out to y'all's moms, both of y'all's moms, and just to you as well, Holly. Just want to go ahead
Hmm.
and double down on wishing all the women out there happy belated Mother's Day. Every day we should celebrate you guys. So every day is Mother's Day for y'all. So shout out to all the ladies and all of the mothers out there. Um, of course you would do that. But we have a really wonderful show this week. And again, excuse me, everybody, for my voice. I'm unfortunately not feeling too well right now. So, but the show has to go on. So we're going to make do. But we do have a wonderful show today. We have a very, very important guest. And I'm very, very proud to bring her on to the show. But I just wanted to give everybody a look at some of the stuff that she's been in. And I was thrown by how many projects, how hard she is of a worker. She was in this movie, Thunder Force. I know you guys remember that. She
Hmm.
also was in Jumanji, Next Level.
I love that
That
movie.
that's yeah, yeah. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Also, one of my favorites, um, Lovecraft Country.
Oh, that
She
was a
also,
good
this is
show.
a favorite of all of us. So she was in that as well, and she's in the upcoming. Well, I think it actually is out now, and that's Alice
Hmm.
with Kiki Palmer. She's in that as well, and also the
Okay.
television series MacGyver. Um,
Oh,
so,
okay.
Oh,
without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce our special guest to the audience, and I'd like everybody to give a big round of applause for Miss Shiquita James.
Greetings, everybody. Good greetings. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, Shiquita. I'm so excited to have you on and talk about all of the stuff that you got going on because it is a lot. And it just really, really, really thankful that you decided to join us today on the multiverse. So first things first, um, tell us a little bit about yourself, Shakita. Where are you from? Some of the things you like to do, whatever you want to talk about.
Well, I am from South Carolina, Florence, South Carolina. Um, Grew up military brat. Then I joined the military. Did Air Force, Navy. I'm retired Navy. Um, I'm a mother, LGBT, a woman, spirit, and soon to be a class actress.
I know that's right.
Yes, put it out
Right.
there. We're gonna
Thank
manifest
you.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But
So
yeah.
I mean, don't stop. Don't let me
Well,
stop you. Keep going.
I like to write poetry. I like to dance. I like to sing. I love fishing, and I truly love being a mother. Even though my lifestyle, people may not expect that, but I had to do what God put me here to do at least once.
Hey, yeah, we are in
So
Yeah.
2020. We in 2020. What 223? Whatever. I don't even know. I'm so
yeah,
off. But
yes, sir.
there's no look. There's nothing that defines a mother.
Right.
So just let's be clear on that. You know what I'm saying? You had your son, so you a mother.
Right.
That's it. That's where it stopped right there.
That's it.
You know. So but we came here to also to talk about, you know, like I said, a lot of your projects, a lot of the stuff that you got going on. And you know, what first and foremost, what made you get into acting?
Well, it's quite of a story. When I was in after I got retired Navy, I got diagnosed with lupus. So in '03, and I went into remission in 2012, but my body's going through withdrawal. The doctor gave me some ketamine. I died, came back. Ancestors told me this is where I'm supposed to go. A year and a half go by. I'm trying to fight it because I was a shy person. Don't like being in the limelight. I like to just push everybody else back then. But eventually, about a year and a half later, I got a call from John Casablanca. They wanted me to come in for an audition. I was like, so how do I get my name? They was like, we don't know. It just popped up in our system. So I was like, this ancestor was like, you know, jump. We got you. Jump. We got you. So I was like, all right. I leaped. And I ended up in Atlanta, and this is where I am today.
Well, that's what's up, man.
Just by submitting and, you know, following direction.
So was it tough? Was it tough when you first decided to get into the acting? I mean, I know you got the call, but like the journey of like submitting the reels and submitting your tapes and stuff like that. Did you find it difficult to jump into acting?
No, honestly, we act every day. Life is a movie all in its own, you know, and I've always had this fascination about people's lives. So when I look at people, I wonder, you know, what did they go through to get to where they are today, you know, or make them who they are today. So they're like stories to me. So, you know, getting behind the camera, I'm a shy person, so I let the camera try to come to me. I don't like to force myself into it. But no, it was very easy. I mean, I got into it, and then stuff just started coming to me, you know. And I don't take everything because everything ain't for me, you know. And when the ancestors say move, I move. When they say no, don't do that one. Because sometimes I'll submit to something just because I want to do something, and they be like, But then something to go where I'm like exactly perfect for it. So, you know, I just try to walk in my spirit, and this is not a dream for me because it was nothing I wanted to do in my life, but it's a purpose. So I feel as long as I keep that mindset, then I'll go far.
That's right. Now let's jump into some of the movies that you've done.
Let's go.
One of the movies that I actually got a chance to watch recently was The Underground Railroad, which I must say was a very good series. It's on Amazon Prime if anybody wants to go check it out. But a very, very gripping series. You played a slave worker that worked in the field. And I don't even know why I said slave worker, because work means that you were getting paid and you wasn't getting
No. Like, I mean, so, I was. They weren't.
They were.
Yeah.
Right.
I would have did it even if I didn't get paid for real. So
yeah. This was a very powerful series. There and I wish I could pull up clips and stuff, but I'm not. We're not allowed to on Facebook, so I didn't want to cause us to get blocked or anything. Right. But there was a scene in that specifically, and I had to ask you about this after I watched it. I said I'm going to make sure I ask her about this. There was a scene where the master of the plantation decided to show the slaves, teach them a lesson about a runaway that they had recaptured. And in the scene, they whipped this individual and then set him on fire. And then the master made the entire plantation watch as he did this. And what went through my head when I watched this was, I said, what is the psychology like? What goes on in one's head when they see something like this? Even though you're acting and you're on an acting platform, but was this a triggering moment? Did this, like, did this require you to look within and kind of get some support, get some support from the ones that let you love and everything after watching this? Because I'm gonna tell you, when I watched it, I cried. I had tears came out of my eyes because it was that riveting of a scene, and they did not shy away from. I mean, it was very like for anybody who likes to watch history and see stuff like this. Again, this is the Underground Railroad. But Shiquita, I just want to hear, how did you feel in that moment or after that moment?
Um, I be want to cry right now, but
Mhm.
it was very, very, very emotional. Even though we didn't get to see the fire part while filming, just to see him hanging up there, you
Mhm.
know, bounded and stuff like that. But it was very emotional. It was very painful. When I filmed that, I had to step out myself, and I had to tap in to the ancestors because we was on a real plantation. You know what I'm saying? So really, like, they trained us to pick cotton. They trained us to sugar cane. Like, we went through training. We had a psychologist on set. Barry cried with us. But it hurt. It hurt, and it made me have an even more greater respect for my ancestors.
Mhm.
Because we're in 100 degrees weather. The shoes, we wearing real slave shoes and clothes, and it's just like, yo, like, today we could make it.
Mm.
Today we could not make it. Like, we could, and you know it was a.
Yeah, I lost you. I lost your audio. Shakita, I lost your audio. We can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you. I don't know what happened.
That was the white man.
Just cut her audio. Shakita, we still can't hear you. I don't know what happened. Let me, I'm trying to unmute your mic. Can't unmute the guest. Their mic isn't connected. It says your mic isn't connected. Yeah, we can't hear you.
We can't.
Oh, shit. Y'all couldn't hear me.
Oh, no,
Yep.
we couldn't hear anything you said, but we can hear you now.
I said it was very painful. I went home and cried every night.
Hmm.
Paid homage to the ancestors, thanked them because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. But thanks to Barry and having a psychologist on deck, and him not afraid to cry with us, and give us that break because he needed those breaks too.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I watched that wondering, what goes on behind the scenes when you do films like that.
mm,
Because you're even and not just with the black actors, but also with the white actors, because they have to tap into a a some I would think would be something that they're opposed to doing, but they do it so well because what's his name, Edgerton, Joel
mhm.
Edgerton. I thought his role in it was like, it was absolutely, he did an excellent job. Um, but just to see those guys have to go out there and you know pull, emulate whipping someone, setting
Mm.
someone on fire, doing those things that they were doing, it just seems as though that would take a toll on anybody when you're doing a role like that.
Yeah, it did for them too, because they apologized because they had to say the N word, and we gotta watch them with the little boy and the female. Like, that was very painful. But that little boy played his part good.
Oh man, I hated him. I hated that little boy.
No, not no. I'm talking the other little boy that got whipped. That Corey tried to protect, and they got bounded.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But the
yeah.
other little boy, Dylan
Yeah,
Chase,
Chase. Oh, I think that's his first name, Chase.
Chase. Yeah, he played his part though.
Oh
I
my
get it to
gosh,
him.
he
He
played
played
it.
his
I
part.
hated him.
I did too. I was like, oof. You too well trained. But yeah, he did his part. But the Caucasians, they felt, they had their emotions too. You know what I'm saying? They
Absolutely.
apologized and said sorry early. I'm just doing my job like we all are. And
Uh-oh. Did we lose it? Did we? I think we lost your sound again. I don't know what's going on over here. Shiquita, we can't hear you. I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on with your sound. Shiquita, we
Oh,
can't hear you. We can't hear
yeah.
you. Nope. 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 Nope.
Oh, oh.
Mm-mm. I don't know. The
No.
sound.
Okay.
There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It keep
It's
No, you
okay. I
good.
don't know what's
knocking my
going on.
mic out. You did say the computer would have been better if I couldn't get it to work.
It's
But
okay. All right.
but yeah. And then like Harriet, so Underground Railroad was my third slave film.
I
Mm.
was just about to say that. I was
Yeah.
like, do you have a thing? Like, I got a question. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but since you about to say about the third film, I noticed that, and now that you're talking about the process of it or what have you? Is it something that you still feel uncomfortable signing up for, knowing what you're gonna go through, or is it something that now that you've been through it multiple times, it's even more comfortable for you to step into that, knowing what you're gonna go through? She didn't hear.
It's it's more comfortable. Harriet was uncomfortable to an extent, but once I got the gist of it and got to tap in and learn how to step out myself and step into the shoes of the ancestors, then it made it easier. It made it even more worth it, you know. So, because a lot of times I look at these
Ooh.
films and I can't even tell it's me because when I look at it, I know
Mm.
when I'm my spirit, I know when I'm my physical self.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I look at like the Underground Railroad and when they was burning him and I did that look back like this,
Yeah.
I don't remember doing that.
Wow.
Mm.
Like, and even like in Coming to America, when I stepped out behind Tiana Taylor, I don't remember doing that. You know,
Oh.
you know, everybody was supposed to step out, but something I don't know. I guess something took me over, and I stepped out all cool like, and I'm just like, why did I do that for real? I was like, oh wow, you know, but it gave me some shine. So you know, I wasn't trying to get the shine, but I was just following directions. You know, everybody else was acting timid. I'm just like, you know what? They say step out. When she start moving, I'm gonna step. You know, and I just try to be in my own space. I don't when that camera say when they say action, like the world, everything around me, everybody around me, they there, but at the same time, you know, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Stay in my energy.
Now, we're gonna move on from Underground Railroad, but real quick, um, I know that in the movie, it start with that plantation was supposed to be in Georgia. Is that where it was filmed?
Savannah.
Savannah, in
Mm-hmm.
Savannah, Georgia.
Yes.
Okay, well there's your answer, Amy. It was filmed in Savannah, Georgia. All right. Now you did just kind of allude to our next movie, which was Coming to America, which you also played in. And I want to just give a special shout out to the wardrobe crew because they had you looking like you was the queen up in there.
What?
My
Nice.
queen to be.
Man, that was torture.
You know,
That
so
was torture.
Man,
that
them
was
6 inch heels was a joke for 16 hours a day for 3 weeks. I mean, one for a whole week.
Oh,
They had
Woo.
wow.
had three outfits. They did a female, then they did androgynous, and then they did male. So
yeah.
they
There's the mail.
That's a
But
fly out.
the wardrobe crew had you looking. I mean, you was styling now.
they killed it. Now I gotta give it to them. They beat my face. They beat my face down. You hear me? They beat my face down. I was like, you know what? I'll put a dress on. As long as you paying me, I'll wear a dress whenever you want me to. But I ain't wearing no dress on a daily life.
Now,
And
now, do you
that
ever
was
find yourself? Do you ever find yourself like intimidated? Because it seems as though you're working with humongous names in these movies that I'm seeing you in. You're working alongside Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Like you, Tiana Taylor. You know what I mean? You
Right.
you 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 know you did a whole. There was a whole lot of people in uh, un, the Underground Railroad. Um, and just I mean, these are huge names, and we'll get into some of the more huge names as we continue to go. But do you ever find yourself being intimidated, or is everybody just really, really friendly on set?
Not everybody, but
Mhm.
everybody on Coming to America was. Majority of my films, everybody's been nice, but I probably had a couple that aren't. But no, I'm not intimidated. I'm just as great as they are, and that's just how I see it. You know, like, why compare myself to somebody else when I'm trying to get there or beyond? So why stay
Right.
scope them? I treat them like human beings, you know, because sometimes that's just what they want. They don't want people to be like, oh my God, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? No, like, say hi and keep it moving. Give that energy. Let your energy speak for yourself, and it'll draw you to them. Like when I did On the Come Up, Method Man asked me for a pic, you know, because, you know, he liked my style of dress. And, you know, some people felt some way, but he was like, no, I asked her. The difference is I asked her for a pic. Y'all asking me, you know, because he'd walk by me and I'd be like, what's up? And I just keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I do that with everybody. I don't scope. I don't jock. I'm like, I'm trying to pick up their energy more than I'm worried about a picture, for real. Like, I'm trying to roll up elbows.
Holly, you seem like you had a question. You want to go ahead and ask a question?
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't Coming America filmed at Tyler Perry Studios? Is that kind
some
of
of it was, and some of that Rick Ross.
Oh, okay. So how was that? Like, what was that like being on like a black owned like?
What is the studios?
Yeah, the studios. Like, what was that like?
It was amazing, especially the first time I filmed on there, because I did star there. I did Sisters Oval. Yeah, so it's dope. It's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now that he done named all the studios after famous people, that's even nice too. It's huge. You know,
okay.
I did Walking Dead there as well, and never thought that it was going to be there, because all the other times I've been on his property, I've never seen the Walking Dead set until I got there. I was like, oh wow, they got the whole set here. But
oh wow,
yeah, it's dope. But then working for him is awesome. You know, he's very personable. He don't play no game. I mean, when it comes to working, he's knocking out 2 films at one time. Like, real talk.
Okay.
He's filming 2 films at one time, so he's running over here and he's running over there. So I like his work ethic. You know, it would tire me out, but he got the energy for it. I applaud him. But yeah, Tyler Perry Studios is nice, and he gets a lot of work there for sure.
Okay.
Now you also have been in a lot of different TV series as well. So it's not just on the big screen. It's also, you know, stuff you can catch on on your local networks. But one of the shows that I saw that you did, which I actually am a fan of, I've been watching this show for 3 seasons. I think there's 5, so I've seen like 3 seasons of it, which is Legacies. And you were in Legacies. Caught some backstage photos of you. Looks like you were playing one of the
tactical team.
That was this when they rushed to school.
This scene was when they had him on a school bus and they had to take him to a camp because it's a plague or something going around. This little thing was coming after everybody for something. So but yeah, I was tactical team. I was core for a whole season. So that Legacies is real cool. And I like Legacies because I was infatuated with Vampire Diaries and originals. So I was like,
that vampire genre, the horror genre.
I didn't make it in time to get on either one of those. So I thought, let me do Legacies. But it was very different. It was very different than the other ones. So, you know.
Well, there is an upcoming vampire movie that you may still have a chance to get into, and that is Blade.
Oh, for real? People keep telling me I need to do Blade.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you haven't already had some experience with Marvel.
Right. I'm sure. Hopefully they call me.
Yeah, exactly. Now, again, I just want to kind of tap in. We're doing if you're just joining us, we are doing an interview with the actress Shiquita James, who has been in many films as well as TV shows. And we're going over some of the movies and TV shows that she's been a part of. which I was surprised by this one, the Tomorrow War, which I actually enjoyed. Some of my counterparts, not necessarily here, but some of my counterparts on my other show didn't necessarily like this movie, but I liked it.
I did too.
Yeah, the Tomorrow War, which again, a huge actor, Chris Pratt. You know what I'm saying? Like you're coming in contact with these people, you're making these relationships, and it's great to see. You also were in one of my favorite shows right now. Cannot wait for the next season, and that's BMF. You were also in BMF on Stars, just killing the game, man. How was it working with under 50 Cent? Is he cool?
I didn't work under him. Tasha Smith was the director here in Atlanta. So he had to do other stuff up there that he has going on. But well, the times I've been on set, 'cause I played a crackhead, so times I was on set, it was Tasha Smith.
It was Tasha Smith.
But it was fun. The crew was cool. The guys was cool. Meech was cool. It was exciting. It was very exciting just to say you was on 50 Cent show.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was awesome. And I love Tasha Smith, so I think she's amazing. So to even work, just be up under her, just to hear her voice and her laughter, it just made you feel like you're going to the top.
Exactly. Now,
but yeah.
Now you've been like, when I say you are on everything, you do not discriminate with networks or what the genres are. You have also been on BET on a show called Bigger. You did that for like what, 3-4 seasons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you would like, how was that working on this TV series?
It was funny. It was a good show. The people are cool, being background and being on set, you have different subcategories of people that you work under. You got casting, you got crew, you got, the set, you got the production. So, a lot can determine if something's good or something's unpleasurable. But Bigger, it was just one of those, cool shows.
Yeah, I mean,
I enjoyed being on it, but it didn't. There's some shows that has like deep impact on me, and then there's some, it's work. I'm sorry to say, but
some feel like work, but these wasn't one of them.
Some feel like work. I mean, I try to be an honest person, whether I get backlash or not. But yeah, it was a good show. I think I expected more, but it's a decent show to watch. So yeah.
Nice.
And also you worked with someone who was in the news most recently.
Oh God.
When you was on Gemini, man.
Yep. That's another Savannah film.
Another Savannah.
Well,
Savannah seems like a hot spot.
It was Savannah, yeah, because I was in Atlanta filming Bobby Brown's story, and then as soon as I got off, I had to shoot to Savannah to do this. By 6 a.m, we got off work at like 2. So, I was booking it. But
Wow.
yeah, it was cool guy. He's still my boy. I don't care what he just went through. He's still my boy. Everything has a purpose and a reason for happening, and I feel like that was more of a spiritual thing than it was a physical thing. So I let the world determine what they want to think.
We got a question from one of our audience members, one of our very, very, very good audience members. She's like the best of the best. But she asked the question, what has been your favorite set to work on or your favorite location? That's a good question, Lisa.
My favorite set would be Underground Railroad. My favorite location would be New Orleans.
New Orleans. Okay. And you will put this out there. All right, so we're gonna ask the questions. Y'all keep asking. We'll pose these questions for you. Who's been your favorite person to work with?
Ooh, there's so many.
Top five.
Multiple choice.
Five.
Multiple choice is good.
It's
Multiple choice is good.
so many. I'm gonna say Queen Latifah.
Ooh.
Okay.
You and I see why.
And I just
Okay.
found out she's my cousin, so I
Eh?
recently found that out. But yeah, her, because my first time seeing her, she's probably the only person that made me emotional on Star, because she opened doors. You know, she is truly a queen, and she opened doors for more queens to, you know what I'm saying, reign and paved the way. So, you know, that's probably the only person I've shed a tear for.
Big ups to Latif, man. Straight out of Jersey. Good.
Yeah.
Big ups. Big
That's
ups to
your
Latif.
cousin. That's your cousin.
I just found out, so you know, I have to have proof. So, but
Oh
yeah.
man, she could be my cousin. I'll be wearing a Living Single shirt every day.
Flavor unit.
You
Yo.
know?
So you also, like I said, have jumped from networks to networks, but here we are again. You back on Stars doing one of my favorite shows. I don't know if you guys know about this show, but if you don't, go check it out. P Valley. This dude right here is hilarious.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy doing P Valley?
I loved it. I mean, who wouldn't enjoy being at a strip club in my shoes? But I loved it. It was just like being at the strip club, having fun, partying, you know. They was real cool. And he was hilarious. And he is tall as all ever. But yeah, it was I loved it. I wanted to get on the second season, but you know, I'm not injecting myself, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes, the second season of P Valley is currently streaming. Go check it out. Very funny, very gripping. A lot of layers to it. So go check out P Valley. And also, here's another series that had a pretty long run. And that's Greenleaf. Another Netflix. Like I said, here she is, a Netflix Stars. You can catch her on CW. I mean, if you name it, she's on it. She's been on Star, which I believe is what, NBC or Fox? Fox. Yeah, on Fox. But Greenleaf, pretty much an all black cast. Some really, really great actors and actresses, and Oprah. Oprah. I mean, did you get to meet Oprah?
I did not, but I met everyone else, Lynn Whitfield and the rest of the cast. Lynn is so sweet and hilarious, but yeah, it was cool. I really liked Greenleaf. I did. I really loved it just because it was all black, you know, and it was in church, you know, a lot of drama, you know, saying real life black people stuff going on, you know, in the building. But that was a dope show. I almost forgot about that show, but yeah, that show I really enjoyed it because I did that for about 2 seasons.
Man, you done so much you almost forgot about a show.
Man, let me tell you, people be asking me questions. I was on set yesterday, and the guy was like, "So how long you been doing it?" So like 3 years. He's like, "How many shows you done did?" I said, "Bro, listen." I said, "I've done at least 50 to 60 shows already," and I just he's like, "Oh, you've been busy." I was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get that work. I'm trying to be a face for my people." So you know, you got to grind.
Are you trying to catch Samuel L. Jackson? Are you? Because I feel like you're gonna catch him. You keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna catch Samuel L. Jackson will be number 2. I'm trying to tell you, the way you going, the way you're moving.
Yeah, hey, I started late, so you know I got to get it. I ain't got time to play around. I don't know when that day gonna come. So as long as I got some days right now, I'll put that work in. Cause like I said, I was sick with lupus. You know, and I was pretty much bedridden for 10 years. You know, in and out the hospital, dying, coming back. So I just feel like after I came back that last time, it was just like, oh, this, you know what I'm saying? I saw the other side. And I tell people all the time, y'all afraid to die, but it ain't scary over there. Y'all rather live over here in hell and go through all this shit we're going through and be afraid to go live this life, do what you're supposed to do. Going on over, when your time comes, going on over there, do what you got to do. It, you know, you're going to come back again, a different place, different time, but, you know, we make life hell. Real talk. We
That's
make
right.
life hell. It ain't other people that do it. It's what we control our life, and it's what we allow people to do to us. So either we're just gonna take the reins of our own life, and not worry about what everybody think and say and feel, and just be what God put you here to do. That's all you're supposed to be doing, for real.
That's
you
right.
know? So, yeah.
If you're just joining us, we are interviewing actor Shiquita James, and she is going over all of her many movies and TV series. And we had another question, and shout out to the comment section. You guys are on fire as usual. Thank you so much for all these wonderful questions, and we will continue to pose them if y'all continue to post them. So listen, what is your dream project to do or be part of? Great question.
The story of my life.
Oh, she want to do the biography. Shiquita James.
Who's gonna play?
Keep our eyes open because the way you working, we could see that probably coming out in the next 2 days. That might drop while it might be dropping right now while we doing this interview. So shout out to you for that. Also, Amy had a question. How'd you get started? You missed that part. She got a phone call, but you can go ahead and tell the people how you got started again for those who just are joining us just now.
I got a phone call for an audition for John Casablanca. Don't know how they got my name. They don't know how they got it, but I was told to jump and leap and take, have faith. And I jumped and leaped, and I ended up here. I just followed the commands that was set for me to walk, walk my path, take my journey, and I'm here, and it do get, being that I had no training and things like that, you do question your ability or, how far you're going to go. But, that's just the human side. But, when them negative thoughts or them doubts come in, you just got to switch your mindset and be like, you know what? If they can do it, I can do it too. There's a lot of people that started out late. Viola, like a lot of people that started late. And, she's one of my favorites I worked with too. But
Viola Davis?
Yeah, on the First Lady.
Mm-hmm.
That was in episode 3. And probably 2 more episodes, but yeah, I didn't fall into it. I was directed into it, so that's how I got into it. And I just hit the pavement running, because I lost 10 years of my life, and I almost lost myself in the process because things was getting real dark. But I couldn't go out that for my son. I had to leave my son something. I didn't want him to see me lead this life weak. And giving up, but it was more of a spirit. By the time I got better, it was a spiritual journey, God opened my eyes, was like, look, I got a plan for you, so you got to fight, and I did. So now I'm here, and I'm grateful, and I'm thankful, and I'm gonna kill it.
Right, and we're thankful to have you here. We are absolutely thankful that the universe allowed you to continue your journey. Again, like I said, there's so many different shows and series and movies that you've been in. I mean, you were in MacGyver. You know what I'm saying? The dude that could, build a gun with a paper clip and a pencil. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that had to be dope being on set with that. Just seeing some of the stuff that they was constructing and everything.
Yeah, and the know that I used to watch that when I was little, and that's one of the amazing things is. Every day, I'm amazed by what I'm doing because, I was sitting at home watching TV, watching these people on TV, and now I'm standing next to them and having conversations with them, and sharing energy with them, and it's just I'm always in awe, always in awe of the fact that I'm doing what I'm doing, and it's real. I see myself on TV, I'm like, yo, that's really me. That's really me. Amazing stories. Steven Spielberg. I get him and King mixed up, but yeah, that was a dope movie too. But
Apple Plus, another network. That's what I'm saying. She's on everything, and
now I'm about to be on Nickelodeon. I'm just
Nickelodeon. Look at this, man.
Nice.
I mean, it's the list goes on and on.
Working.
It do.
And you're
It's
one of the very few people that I know and have heard of that is able to transition through universes. And when I say universes, we're talking about the DCEU. You were on Doom Patrol, and then you followed that up by, well, actually, this one came first, I believe, which
yeah.
was Swamp Thing, which a lot of people don't know about Swamp Thing because it came on it actually came on DC Universe's channel, which is like a streaming service that you have to pay for. So a lot of people don't know about this, but this was a very good series. And I think they picked up season 2. I don't know if you know about that or not, but I think they picked up season 2.
Did they re-pick it up? Because I know back well, we filmed that in 20, I think it was 2018.
2019 or
yeah, around that time, and in Wilmington, North Carolina. And after the first season was over, I heard that it got picked up for a second, but then got canceled. So maybe they are picking it back up because I haven't heard anything else about it. But
well, I hope so, because it was a really good series that a lot of people have not been able to see because it's on DC Universe, and you had to have the streaming service in order to see it. But the fact that you were able to do Doom Patrol after Swamp Thing means that, you know, DC liked what they got from you, you know, when you were in Swamp Thing. And that kind of just, you know, brings up the next point, which is not many people are able to do DC and then turn right around and do Marvel. And hey, spoiler, you're going to be in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which will be coming soon and very soon. I know you can't do much talking about it, but can you at least tell us what your role is in there? Which you'll be playing. Say less. Say less. Say less. So you will be a Dora Milaje. Oh, this has got to be. Can we just say? Can we talk about what it feels like to be surrounded by that level of blackness on in a screen, in a film that is just absolutely marvelous to look at? Can we just talk about how what the emotions that go into playing that role and being a part of the Marvel universe and being part of a sequel to a movie that was huge for us as a culture?
Yes. Being that I'm so passionate about my people, being on there was like empowering, like in ways I love my slave films. And that's just that history, but Black Panther is like who we are full blown. Before we became slaves, that's who we were, you know? And it's our time to get back there. And that's one of my goals in acting, is to let our people know that our history started before America. You know, we was much more. So to be on there, it was just like exhilarating. I felt like I was dreaming. I was like, saw Angela Bassett, saw Letitia, saw all of them, and it was just like, yo, I'm looking at Angela Bassett, man. Like, this is what love got to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. And it was just like amazing. I was like, you know what, God, I feel you moving in my life because you put me amongst the greats, you know? And Black Panther, man, when I got that call, I was like, yo, I couldn't believe it. I really thought I was dreaming. I was like, yo, for real? I'm about to be, oh my gosh. Like, this
was
is going to do
was that the I made it moment?
Yeah.
That the moment is like, I made it.
Yes, it was. It still is, because it's still mind blowing. When I look at pics and stuff, I be like, yo, that's me. Like, that's me. And just a couple of years ago, I'm sitting here looking at everybody else like, yo, I get a chance to do that, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably what also kind of like made me go so hard, because I didn't get to do the first one. and I had no plans of even knowing at the time when it came out that I would be doing this at all. So just to have gone 3 years and gotten to Black Panther, like
Wow.
that says volumes just for my confidence and, you know,
Yeah.
my mindset, you know. So because after I did it in January, the first day in January, the next day I wake up, it was an overnight shoot, and I woke up the next day, like that night rather, and I had an email for a podcast from somebody who wanted to put me on a podcast called Sister Circle. So I'm just like, yo, where's this coming from? So I was like, you know what, God he's aligning things. I was like, maybe somebody from Black Panther was like, yo, we want to get this girl out here, you know, hit her up, get her started. The woman asked for no money, she asked for no contract. She was like, yo, I'm gonna help get you out here, you know. And I'm just like, you know, I don't question. It was legit, so I ain't question. You know, I was like, hey, I say do it, I'm gonna do it. So you know, I did it, and then like things just started coming and flowing in, and God had to sit me down for a little bit. You know, told me to be still. You've been grinding so hard. We gonna work for you under the radar. You get your rest and stuff, because when your time come, you gonna need that energy. So, you know.
I just want to know, can you put a word in for me for Black Panther 3, and we'll just call it the Manila Version? You know what I'm saying? I'll just be Manila Panther. You know, I know,
Light Panther.
you know, yeah, because I mean, you know, my melanin is not, you know, as deep as it should be, but maybe we could do a Manila version,
Right.
and still, you know,
With long hair.
show love to the lighter version of us. But
Bengal
but that's
tiger.
dope. Hey, Cuzzo is in the chat. Shout out to you.
What up,
And
cuz?
yeah, man. He wants to know how do you prepare physically or mentally when it's time to channel a character for a role? Great question.
I just show up and step out of
Show
myself.
up and show out. Look at this.
That's it. And, you know, take up the role. Don't think too much. Don't just, they say do this, I'm going to do it. Play this role, I'm going to play. And that's what a lot of people compliment me on. They be like, yo, I tell you, when you get a different role, because being that I'm versatile, I don't mind dressing woman. I don't mind dressing male. I don't mind doing, you know, whatever they pretty much tell me to do. As long as, you know, that dress thing, you got to pay me. But they do. And I tell them they got to do me right. You just can't throw me in no dress and have me looking like what the F.
Yeah.
You know, you got to make me look right. You know what I'm saying? So far, like Aretha and all them, they did me right when it came to the woman dressed like a female. But yeah, my versatility, I feel also, they call me a chameleon on background, in the background world. They call me a chameleon and they call me background celebrity. But, you know, I feel like I'm still on the same level as y'all. You know, so I'm still trying to get to the top. You know what I'm saying? And if I could pave the way or help carry others with me, I'll do that. But things are starting to get a little heavy now. You know what I'm saying? Energy's been starting to switch up because my life is switching up. So, you know, I'm trying to stay out my emotions in that aspect of this week. It had been a little tasking because, you know, been picking up some not so great energy from some supposedly close friends. So, you know, God is working. He's really preparing me for the wolves and the snakes and the success and the greatness. So, you know, I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna handle it.
And you are handling the queen. So let's go ahead and give you another big round of applause, because I mean what you're doing out here is absolutely amazing. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
that we was able to meet. I'm glad that we were able to have you on the show for you to be able to discuss all of these things. I feel like we learned something new about what goes on in the industry, and some of the things that it takes, which is a lot of hard work and just a lot of confidence. That's what I'm hearing. Just a lot of confidence, and you know, confidence goes a very long way. So we thank you for sharing all of these projects that you go, and listen, shout out any other projects that you have upcoming that you can talk about, that we should keep our eyes out for.
Okay. Oracle with Ryan Destiny. That should be coming out December.
Where's that streaming? Is it a movie or
They haven't told us what it's streaming on just yet, but it's a movie.
Okay.
Another slave movie.
Okay.
Well, I'm a dead slave.
Spoiler alert.
Ghost, right? But my
Write
apologies.
that down.
Right. On the come up. Life with Invisible Hands. Fantasy football. The Lady Makers with Jasmine Guy. Of course, Black Adam.
Can't wait for that one.
So yeah, probably a couple of more.
Adam, DC again. There you go with DC again. They loving you over there.
The check will clear. The check will clear.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be a superhero one day. I already put that in the universe.
Oh snap!
And I'm worked on both sides of the universe up.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get it, man. I just want to be a face. Saying to inspire. Put that energy and love and peace out there and inspire people to be great. And that's what a lot of people on my page that follow me and support me, they like, you inspire me. And, I always lived in the background of my life anyways. I was always that person that's in the back looking out to everybody else, trying to help them push forward. But God said it's my time and I'm going to make the best of it.
Thanks.
Well, thank you again. Listen, we're going to talk a little bit of Doctor Strange. You're welcome to stay here and talk with us and everything. I know your son, he hasn't seen it yet. So hopefully, hey, spoiler alert, we about to go fully in. We about to go in. We about to go. We going in hot, y'all. We going in hot. So we got to tap into the Doctor Strange. But again, just another big round of applause for you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate y'all.
Women projects and everything that you're a part of. And if anybody in the audience wants to delve deeper into Shiquita James' career, you can find her on IMDb with all of her many projects that she's working on, has worked in, and is a part of. So check her out. Go follow her on Instagram. Go ahead and tell people where your Instagram is.
My Instagram is actor_Shiquita James.
So you can follow her at that actor_Shiquita James. Make sure you follow her career because guess what? You heard it here first. She will be a superhero. And when that day comes and she gets that spot, we're going to bring her back and we're going to make y'all remember this is where we dropped that first right here on the Multiverse.
Yes, sir.
So let's tap in, and let's go straight into it. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This is the movie review, y'all, that y'all have been waiting for. Spoiler warning, if you have not seen this movie, I suggest you go ahead and back out now. I do not want to be the reason, but I will be. So, and we will be. So listen, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. We're going to count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you're still in here, then your ass is about to hear some spoilers. So last week, I believe it was last Friday, correct, guys? Thursday. Well, that's Thursday. Last Friday, we were able to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And I'm gonna tell you, first of all, let me stop because I've been doing a lot of talking. So let me hear from you guys about your thoughts on this movie, and we're gonna go with you first, Holly, and kind of just see what you thought about the Multiverse of Madness.
I really enjoyed the movie. I'm so happy I avoided YouTube for 2 days before I saw it because people were definitely dropping the spoilers. But yeah, I like the incorporation of what if, for those who have seen it. I like, yeah, I just, it gives me a lot of hope for the next movies that are coming out that I think it's going to be good. And then for the future of the MCU and seeing where we're going to go with some new characters from X-Men and Fantastic Four. So yeah, I was excited.
Minnie, How did you feel about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
Oh, usually I am the hater of all the group group, but this time we're good. We're good on this one. It was beautiful. I loved it. I love that it sets up a lot of things like House of M. It sets up a lot of other things like bringing you brought in the Fantastic Four, you brought in X-Men, you brought in the Humans, so all that now is part of the MCU back again, even though we all know what happens with them. But at the same time, that's one universe, another universe that can still be alive and fine. So that was good.
Mm-hmm.
I always got something that I got to critique, so I'm gonna critique something, of course. Me being a Latino and me being Puerto Rican and loving who I am, the character of American Chavez did take me back a little bit. Why do I say that? Is because American Chavez in the comic is a Latinx woman who is brown skinned like me with curly hair. I did not mind them having somebody else play the role if it was going to be the best actress for the role. That's fine with me. But once you start changing the character within the movie, it kind of throws away everything that has to do with the comic books. If you see in the character in the movie, she has a conversation with Doctor Strange in the first 5 minutes of the movie, and all the dialect that she's using is Mexican American dialect, which I'm okay with because the person who's playing the role, it is a Mexican American. Now, the part that I don't like is the fact that American Chavez is Puerto Rican. So, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to either switch the story or you have to play it the right way. I don't mind the actress being played that played it, even though I would rather have a curly hair, a dark skinned Puerto Rican playing it or black woman playing it because it'd be more, representation matters to me. But it is what it is. What I did like about her though, they did leave the LGBTQ pin on her that was DC has in the comics is in the shape of a Puerto Rican flag, and that was dope as hell. And I'm glad that they left it in there, even though it's kind of subtle. And I wish they would have made a more of a gesture when it comes to that, since she was the first LGBTQ kind of like superhero that they were going to introduce, and they didn't. But that right there, at least in a subtle way, was dope for them to leave it through the film and have it in the film to begin with.
So Hispanic doesn't incorporate or encompass all Latin speaking people. So for you, as long as it's Puerto Rican or black, it would be okay. But because she was Mexican, that didn't
not her. The way that what they chose to use as the dialogue. When she speaks to Doctor Strange in the actual little coffee house, and she says the first two lines she says in Spanish, that is all Mexican dialect. Like, trust me, I grew up around Mexicans, LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're my dog, and I love them to death. You already know what it is. But when they say way and this and all that, that's not, no Puerto Rican will ever do that. So the thing with that is now either you're gonna have to go back and change the comic book origin from it, or just keep going by it and not even mention it again. But that's the choice that they chose right there, and it was just kind of like, you if you do that, now I'm hoping Miles Morales doesn't end up being, you know what I'm saying, Cuban. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, bro, we only had one. To me, representation matters. Like, to me, representation matters. When I was a kid and I was looking at comic books and stuff like that, there was only, back in the days, American Chavez wasn't out, but Miles Morales thing came out in a time where I was still into comics very, very deep, and it was like the coolest thing in the world. Latino that looked like me. You know what I'm saying? That and lived in the United States and had to go with the things that I had to go through while being Latino and also being black. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we don't get that story a lot. So when we do, it's precious to me. So I don't like when sometimes I feel like it's being taken away for no good reason.
I get it, and I applaud you, and I would also kind of appeal to the Puerto Rican community that we need more younger female Puerto Rican actors in order to go and apply and try to get these jobs for Marvel, so that we don't run into the problems that Minnie is talking about as far as representation. I don't know who actually went to go audition for that. I don't know if she was just the best audition and they just went with the best audition. But that could be a thing. But we'll find out. We'll find out moving forward. Because we definitely are to get a Miles Morales movie at some point, and we do know that he is, in fact, Puerto Rican and black. So we look forward to that. But if that's the only thing that you had wrong with the movie, that says a lot about how good this movie was.
No, it's great.
So, I mean, and I can kind of just go in and just piggyback off what you guys said. If I was to rate this movie, I would probably give it a 9.5 out of 10, just simply because I personally wanted more. You know, just give me some more time. I was in the movie theater, like sitting there for probably about 5 minutes after the movie was over, like, all right, it's gonna be something else. They turned the lights on and everything. I was still sitting there. Like, hold on. I don't care about those lights. Y'all are coming with a little bit more. I need some more. That's how good this movie was. Before the movie came out and we did our predictions, I predicted that I think this movie will kind of pass all the other Marvel movies as far as like profit margin. And it did 185 million in the first that first weekend, and over 405 million worldwide. Does that sound about right, guys?
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like the check cleared. That sounds good.
Sounds like money is money in the bank. That's what it sounds like. I mean, Shiquita, you didn't see the movie, but when you hear numbers like that for a movie, like that says a lot about a movie, because I know you know all about when it comes to as an actress. That's important when they spend all of this money on films to make these films. They want their money back. They trying to get their money back. Yeah. And Marvel definitely, of all people,
and they get it too. I don't know too many films that Marvel done that they ain't get that money. They got that check, probably more than they even thought they would even get. So yeah, that is important. They'll let you know how good something is. The money rolling in, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go see that one. But if it's a lot of noise, then I'm not gonna be pressed to run. I'll wait for it to get on TV.
Now, Holly, what was it about this movie that you expected that you didn't get, that you were a little disappointed that you didn't get, but you kind of had these, like, not even an expectation, but you kind of hoped, like your hopes were kind of diminished?
Oh, I thought I was hoping to see Vision, but that's okay. I saw the kids. I saw the kids. But well, just to kind of answer that question, because in WandaVision, it's like Vision took off and you're kind of like, okay, where'd he go?
Yep,
yeah, like where'd he go? And then it's like, okay, then they brought the kids back, but then you're like, okay, it's just Wanda and the kids, but like Vision was in that whole TV series, so where was he? So that was my only thing that I was like, I wish they would have touched on that, but I'm sure she'll be back.
Oh, I thought you saw the video of Vision in the Cayman Islands, laid up in the iPhone 13 Pro. I think he said he don't want no more humans. He's cool with just with the electronic relationship. They porting into each other now. So that's, I thought you saw that. But what about you, Minnie? What was it about this movie that you were hoping to see that you didn't get, that you were a little disappointed with?
I can't. I don't have. Other than what I said, I have nothing. Look, I was hoping for Zombie Strange, and I got me some damn Zombie Strange. I'm trying to tell you, boy, that was like, I'm a horror film, okay, I'm a horror film whore. Okay, got it. So, I love it. So every time I see some scary shit, I'm in it. So Zombie, and it was Doctor Strange together. So the water thing was coming true, and it was just, they did it the right way. They didn't PG-13 it. They did it like very gory, and he looked. Oh, it was beautiful. I nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Now, were you guys disappointed at how short of a how short we got to see the cameos that kind of pulled up in the movie? Because we had some cameos, and again, if you just pulled up in here, we are going full spoiler alert. So we are talking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and I would hate to spoil it for you, but we will.
Facts.
So go ahead, get on up out of here if you ain't heard it or seen it. But what was it? Did you guys feel any type of way about how fast they were dispensed? Like, I mean,
I was
it
sad.
bothered me. So I don't know. I just kind of want to hear what you guys got to say.
I was fine with it. It was good because that's the thing. It was like it was a scary movie vibe, and that was like part of the whole scare of the whole vibe. Like it was supposed to catch you off guard. It was supposed to be gory and not expected. You haven't seen things like that from Marvel yet. Like like you ain't seen no decapitation from Marvel. You ain't seen no people get cut in half and blood and stuff. Not even in Morbius did they do that. And you would thought they would have done that then. So I was happy. I was glad. And second of all, we all know that it's multiverse, so it's not the last time you're gonna see him. So I wasn't sad like, oh my God, I'm never gonna see this guy again. I know for sure they're gonna bring him back. So I'm not worried about it. Maybe not Professor X, because that man is like 108. But other than that, they're probably gonna bring everybody else. That man is old. You see him?
No, he is. He had a diaper on.
Oh boy.
He had a diaper on.
Even the chair was trembling.
And I love Patrick Stewart, but he had a diaper on. He had a diaper. That was a diaper. I'm just saying. I know a diaper when I see one. And he had a diaper on.
I seen the chair shaking. It was crazy. But it was good, man. I didn't mind it. It is what it is. It made for a good movie. It really made it what it was.
Yeah, you're right, Facebook user. The last two movies, Patrick Stewart was Xavier. They killed that dude. We ain't gonna see him again. You are probably right. When you start wearing diapers on set, I think it pretty much wraps up your career. I think that's a career.
Leave my dog alone.
Right there. I'm just saying. Listen. I'm one of those dudes that love guys like Patrick Stewart, Sean Connery, Clint Eastwood, but specifically the Sean Connerys and the Patrick Stewarts, because they have a particular style about them. Like they had like they're really like real suave old men. And when I saw Patrick Stewart in the diaper, I was like, yeah. I was in there like it was a good run, Pat. It was a good run.
Stop going up my dog.
The diapers gotta go. And I wonder when she snapped his neck, did he poop on himself? I'm not saying he did.
Listen,
I'm not saying he did, but
why are we going down this rabbit hole right now?
Illuminati. Come on now. Let it go with the Illuminati. Don't do Illuminati like that. They were responsible by the pants.
No, I love the movie, man. I really did. I really do wish they would have kept them around a little longer. I understand. Biddle, what's up, Biddle? I do understand that it was all just a testament to Wanda's power, that she was able to disperse them so quickly. But you messing with my emotions. You bring stuff like that. We've been waiting forever. And then you just do them like that. You spaghetti Mr. Fantastic. Like you spaghetti him.
It was a bad way to go.
Yeah. Well, and then Captain Carter got cut in half by her own shield. Got decapitated by her own shield.
I'm like the only one that cheered. I'm like, oh! Everybody's like, what?
But I'm happy they incorporated Captain Carter, because I know that was a big episode for them, and like, what if like having Captain Carter? So when I saw her, I was like, oh, Captain Carter.
Yeah. What if
5 seconds.
Very, very. It loomed very large in this movie. All of the stuff that we saw on What If, from the different versions of Strange, to the Captain Carter reference, to the Ultrons being in the film. And I mean, it's really not much I can complain about with this movie, if anything, really, other than the length of the movie, like, which I really do feel like they could have given us an extra 20 more minutes.
They took out 46 minutes out.
Huh?
They took out 46 minutes.
Well, then they should have gave us those 46 minutes. I don't know.
I'm like, I didn't want Batman to be 3 hours, but damn it, this should have been 3 hours. Shit.
Exactly. Come on, Marvel. Like, what's the hold up? I mean, we saving money, we cutting corners now. What's going on? You
I
know,
want to see
You
the
so
want us to
46
come back to
what was that?
I want to see the 46 minutes for sure.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get, maybe you know how they used to when they sold DVDs. I don't know that they sell DVDs
maybe
anymore.
like extra the
Yeah.
deleted
I don't
scenes.
even know if they sell DVDs anymore, but I remember when they used to sell DVDs, you got the director's cut, and you would get all of those different things, which would give the uncut version, and then they would give you all of the footage that they
Right.
took out. Maybe we'll get lucky, and they'll come back with something like that, and then and you know we'll get all of the stuff that we missed, but yeah, I
Hopefully.
really can't. There is not much that I can complain about, if anything, with this movie. I still have made my prediction. I'm still sticking with it. I still think this movie is going to outdo a lot of the movies that we held in high regard. I think it will pass Black Panther. I don't know that it will pass Infinity War. I think it should pass Infinity War, but I don't know that it will, just because of the way that they kind of stretched out Infinity War in order to make it past Black Panther.
Right.
But if any movie could do it at this point, especially with everybody kind of going back to life as normal and getting back into the movie theaters and everything like that, uh, except me, of course. Obviously, I'm still over here, you know. But
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings, Multiverse. Hey, if they did Biddle, I'm here for it. I will sit there for
I'm
six
down with it.
hours and watch it. I mean,
I'm
even if I
with
gotta
it.
take
I've got
2 hour
all those
break,
Lord of the Rings, by the way, the
Me
3-hour
too.
ones. So
I
yeah,
went to the
so
movies to see them, and they were epic. I never
yeah.
complained about any of them. I was like, yo, I love this. I can't wait for the next one. And I own the box set. So
Me too. Me too.
yeah,
Look
Yep.
at
so you
y'all.
know, like, so
Let your
it can be
nerve
done.
flag fly.
It can be done, Marvel. It can be done. So, but again,
Who can I ask you
I
a
just
question,
want to
Ty?
thank.
Can I ask you a question, Ty?
Go.
What would you rank it? Because you seem to like it, and you seem to say you think you're predicting it's going to do better than all those movies. Now, where would you personally rank it? Would it hit your top 5? Would it be your top 3?
Yes, absolutely
Okay.
top 5.
Yeah, I
Okay.
say
Absolutely
top
top
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
How
for
about you,
the
Holly?
Oh
Top
yeah,
5?
top 5 for top 5 for sure.
Top
Yeah,
5.
top 5 for sure. Yeah.
Top.
yeah, top 5 for sure. I don't know where it
Yeah.
fits in the top 5, like where I
Right.
would rank it in the top 5 yet.
Right.
Because typically I only do stuff like that once the movie has actually come out and I've been able to watch it a couple of times to kind of really make sure, you know, seeing it the first time, I thought it was really, really good, but I'm sure that once I watch it again and again, then I'll be able to critique it better. But I think just for overall, you know, entertainment value,
Mm-hmm.
it did really, really well. And I think it was a really, really, really good movie. So yeah, so there's that. So again, I want to just take this opportunity to thank Shiquita James for coming through and opening up and telling us all about her projects, you know, how she got into acting, everything. If you missed the first half of that video, we will have the videos up on our YouTube and our Facebook page, so you can go back and watch it if you missed anything and you want to go back and check it out. But it was wonderful just being able to talk to her and learn about some of the things that go on behind the scenes, how actors get into these modes and feel emotionally after doing certain roles. And I just think overall, just a great conversation. So thank you again, Shiquita, for coming through and joining us. And with that being said, I think we've reached that moment which I dread. But I want to go ahead and give you guys an opportunity to plug whatever you need to plug. Holly, go ahead and do your thing. Let everybody know what you got going on, what's coming up. You know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody catch me on So Please Understand on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, and share my videos. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Holly Noon, like it says underneath here, and catch us every Wednesday at 6:30 on Facebook and YouTube. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. And again, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Next week. See you next week.
That's it.
Nice.
Actually, you won't see us next week, Holly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not me. Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
was like, yeah, technically, I'll be gone.
we're probably gonna take off next week.
Okay.
So, but we'll have replays up and everybody will be able to see something. But Vinny, You know what to do, man. Go ahead and talk to the
Um,
people. Tell them what you got going on.
All right, so follow me on Mini Baby Grogu and all your social media. That's Instagram or TikTok, Mini Baby Grogu. Um, Also, I will be this Monday being interviewed by Florida Jams Radio about my show on August 28th with AJ White and with Rob Stapleton, two guys who've been in Def Comedy Jam, Comic View. Awesome. Also on when the 20th, I have a show at the Sanford Mall comedy show with Jay. He's been also in Comic View and Def Comedy Jam, so that's big for me. I love that. Also go on YouTube and check out Life of Diego Jones. Is a YouTube web series. I play a police sergeant. Yes, I know. I that sounds weird, but I do. I do police sergeant. I play that. Also, if you look at your baby mom's phone, you could probably find me under Sexy Little Man.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Thank you, Minnie, for coming through as a guest host. Always a pleasure to have you here. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. And you always bringing the jokes and the laughter. So thank you for coming through and bailing us out when we need you, man.
Thank you.
Let me see. Yes. Comment section. Y'all was on fire today. Thank y'all for all the comments. Make sure you like, share, and comment all the time on our videos. It helps the algorithm. It helps us grow as a channel. So make sure if you are still in here to share this video on your respective platforms so that we can continue to grow and continue to bring you great content. But with that being said, I'm not going to talk too much more because my throat is starting to really hurt. But on behalf of myself, Holly Noon, Minnie Grogu, Tyrone Thornhill, who isn't here with us today, but we always going to shout you out, bro. We are the Multiverse, and we are out.